Most people think that living on a very low income means surviving, not living. But here's the shocking truth. Thousands of people around the world are not just scraping by. They are quietly building stability, reducing stress, and even saving money on income so small that most would call it impossible. Today I'll show you exactly how they do it, with 7 brutally effective strategies that work even if your income feels painfully tight. Face the real numbers, even when they're scary. If you're living on a very low income, the first step is not cutting expenses. It's clarity. People avoid opening their banking app because they're afraid of what they'll see. But the moment you confront the real numbers is the exact moment you regain control. List every monthly expense, categorize them as essential or optional, and calculate the minimum amount you need just to exist. Every single long-term success story starts with this uncomfortable but empowering step, because you cannot manage what you refuse to look at. Create a zero-waste budget, nothing left unassigned. Traditional budgeting doesn't work when your income is tiny. You need a zero-waste budget, a system where every single dollar you earn is assigned a job the moment it arrives. Rent, food, transportation, assigned. Debt minimums, assigned. Savings assigned, even if it's $3. When your income is small, randomness is your enemy. A zero-waste system removes randomness entirely. Downshift housing costs more aggressively than you think. For people on ultra-low income, housing is usually the biggest financial leak. And the hard truth is this: if you do not attack housing costs strategically, nothing else you do will matter. This can mean moving to a smaller place, a cheaper neighborhood, taking a roommate, living with family temporarily, or relocating to a lower-cost city. These decisions feel emotional, but real freedom sometimes starts with one brutally practical choice. You can't out-budget overpriced rent. Build a lean food system that removes daily stress. Food is the second biggest expense, and also the most emotional one. People overspend not because they're indulgent, but because they're tired, stressed, and unprepared. A lean food system solves this. Simple meals you can cook on autopilot, groceries that stretch across several days, ingredients that work in many recipes, batch cooking to avoid takeout, a never-go-hungry backup supply like rice, eggs, oats, beans. This is not deprivation, it's automation. And automation protects you from impulse spending. Stop micro-leaks, small expenses that quietly kill your budget. Most people think their financial issues come from the big bills, but when you live on very little, the danger is in the tiny leaks. A $7 snack, a $5 fee, a $12 subscription, a $3 daily convenience item. Individually, they look harmless. Collectively, they can consume 15 to 25% of a low income. The solution is not never spend. The solution is awareness. Track every micro expense for 1 week, and the leaks will reveal themselves instantly. Build a micro emergency fund, even if it's $50 at first. Most low-income stress comes from one painful reality. A small emergency can destroy your entire month. That's why you need a micro emergency fund. Not $1,000, not 3 months of expenses, just $50, then $100, then $250. It may take time, but even a tiny cushion eliminates panic. Your car battery dies? Covered. Unexpected bus fare? Covered. Medicine? Covered. You buy back your mental stability one small step at a time. Protect your energy like a financial asset. When money is tight, your energy becomes your most valuable resource. Low energy leads to poor decisions, increased spending, stress eating, skipped meal prep, forgotten bills, lost opportunities, and emotional purchases. So you need routines that protect your energy, short sleep routines, predictable days, cheap activities that recharge you, a social circle that doesn't pressure you financially. Your energy is the fuel that powers every smart financial decision. Guard it ruthlessly. The psychological shift that changes everything. The biggest transformation doesn't come from the budget, it comes from identity. When you stop telling yourself, "I'm poor and stuck," and start saying, "I'm strategic and disciplined," everything shifts. People who succeed on low incomes don't succeed because they earn more. They succeed because they master the smallest numbers first. And when the small numbers are under control, the big numbers finally have room to grow. Final message. Living on a low income is hard, but being broke with no plan is much harder. These 7 strategies aren't about survival. They're about building a foundation strong enough to support a better future. You don't need luck. You don't need huge income. You need strategy, clarity, and consistency. And those 3 things are free.